Hi everyone, I am Lance Bullet of Fooder 2A, and today I will be discussing with you my midterm major plate in H-Star entitled The Golden Parish. Now, just a short explanation of the title. The reason why I named my work as The Golden Parish is because it was inspired by the Egyptian architecture. And as we all know, Egyptian architecture incorporates golden gilded or yellow colored materials and furnishings to their designs, which is why I want my work to really encapsulate that idea. First and foremost, I will be discussing the front elevation. The front elevation of my design features an Androsphinx head at one of the roofs, accompanied by two Anubis statues. The reason being is that Egyptians use statues in order to ward off unwanted visitors or spirits according to their beliefs. And I placed this at the top so that it seems as if they look on guard. Next, we have hieroglyphics which I used as a decorative element. I placed this at the bottom portion of one of the roofs because I wanted to imply that when someone attends Mass in this parish, they could see the writings on the wall from afar. Next, similar to the Anubis and Androsphinx statues, we have Anubis head statues placed at the columns of the entrance. I also included two Osiris statues at the bottom because Osiris is known as the god of the dead and resurrection into eternal life. Placing them both at the ground level of the building was something I decided to do because it implies that Osiris is on a spiritual realm on the same level as us humans, which grants him access to the death and resurrection of Egyptians. The doorways or entrance elements also exude Egyptian architectural design. Although it did not appear on the final render, I tried to place pope and feather ornaments onto the gaps between the entrances so that it couldn't be mistaken for a different element from another era. The columns placed at the front and sides of the building also took reference from papyrus and capital fillet columns. The roof, in which has a blue color, is supposedly a stained glass with more Egyptian hieroglyphics. But I decided not to add it anymore because it would seem redundant since I already placed some on the roof behind it. Next, we have the back elevation. The back elevation also has hieroglyphics, and similar to the front design, the roof also has two Anubis statues and the mummy tomb. The mummy tomb is of course the tomb for the previous high priest or pharaoh appointed in the parish. And similar elements from the front elevation were also used in the back elevation to create a seamless design because Egyptian architecture is known for their symmetry. Moving on, next we have the left and right side elevations. For the sides, I was really fond of Egypt's pyramids, which is why I placed three triangular roofs of different heights to mimic the ones they have in Egypt. For the black detail found at the near front elevation of the design, that is actually a riverstone cladding wall detail in reference to the Nile River. Personally, it was very important for me to include a lot of not only elements from their architectural designs, but to also provide a few references to the actual place and culture that they have in Egypt. Lastly, we also have the top view. I believe this is what really ties the whole work together because if we would look closely, we will realize that the shape of the top view of the building is similar to the headpiece worn by the high priests or pharaohs in Egypt. I see to it that I included this observation to my explanation because it also shows that the parish is indeed a spiritual place headed by a high being. At the topmost portion of the view, there is actually a gilded chest there where the previous mummified appointed high priest places his or her things as if to keep it along with them for future generations to use or study. That will be all for the Golden Parish. Thank you and God bless.